Okay, if you watch more than just one of my videos, you probably ran into a video where I talk about crowdfunding. I've done about 1,000 or more videos over the last couple of years, and a lot of them have to do with crowdfunding. I mean, I talked about 700 people. And the two big sites for raising money on crowdfunding are probably Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Now, but there's 1,000 crowdfunding sites out there, So that's why it really is, everybody wants to, might as well go to the big one. Well, maybe you might as well not. I mean, the problem with the big ones is you go there and they're so big, you can't get help. They're big bureaucracies already. And that's why these little ones, like the one we're going to talk to now, the interview you're going to see, now this guy has a 60% success rate of people who get the money they're asking for. 60%. These big guys are like, if they get 40%, So this is a 50% higher success rate than the big guys. And this guy already has like 10,000 projects on it. And so he's able to give individual attention. And that's why how he's building this business is making sure everybody's got individual attention, to learn how to do this. And remember, when you do any of these things, it costs nothing. So even if you fail, that's why I think the greatest thing about crowdfunding, it's a great place to fail because it costs you nothing and you learn so much. You get feedback from the community or whatever, not just relatives and friends. They don't know what they're talking about. It's the people out there, who are really going to buy stuff or whatever, or really want to help you, and they just love the idea and they want to be involved in it, and they send you money. That's what's so neat about crowdfunding. Maybe now, you only need 100 people, 50 people or whatever, or 500 people. Man, when you think of the world, I mean, there's billions of people on the internet. So you can probably find, 50 people or so, to help you. Among your friends, maybe not. There'll be few who feel sorry for you and really don't know what to understand what the hell you're doing. But there are people out there that really get it. And that's what you could do. And that's what the crowdfunding sites are great. Man, they help you find people that really get what you're talking about, and want to support it. We all want to help. We all want to give in this society. And we all want problems to be solved, And that's what's neat about crowdfunding. It gets it out there for other people to see and evaluate and to help you do projects that are interesting to them. It doesn't have to be interesting to everybody. I mean, look, we have a planet 6 billion people, and you only need 50. That's all you need to be a success. That's what's great about it. So watch this interview. Remember that this website has a 50% higher success rate, for getting money, and they already have 10,000 products. And another thing, no fraud. I mean, everybody thinks, people are going to rip me off on the internet and everything. Man, and I hear very little to none about frauds on even all these other big sites and everything. And I'm sure it happens or whatever, but, hardly at all. And this site has zero. Talk to the owner. He's here. Now, I'll watch this and listen. And whether we use his site or somebody, may investigate. This is a great thing to happen. Remember, Obama just a couple of weeks ago raised money, for the the refugee problem, because he couldn't get money in fast enough from Congress. So that's why he goes and does a crowdfunding campaign. You get over the bureaucratic hurdles in life and just go direct to the people. Well, Rick Chen of Pozible, Pozible.com, and you're from Australia. Maybe that's why you don't know how to spell, do you? It's not possible, it's possible. But you're making possible, or possible, you're making anything possible with your website. And it looks like we have to go to someone 7,000 miles away to figure out exactly what a crowdfunding website should look like. You guys have an incredible site.
Thank you very much.
And you accept projects from all over the world, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, absolutely. We have actually users coming from 105 different countries. So wow. It is a very, big sort of world out there, and we work with most of the majority of the major currencies. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean that's good. On the internet, I run into people all over the world. Even though it seems most of them are in the U.S., but a lot of people from underdeveloped countries would love to get started on this and try to figure out how to do it. And now we have a place that and the most amazing thing. I mean, particularly, and I talked to a lot of people who don't really know a lot about crowdfunding and stuff, and God, they're worried about, hey, is this stuff real? People are going to steal my money. And you have 10,000 projects and not a single person ran off with anybody's money, huh?
No, no, yeah, definitely. That's one of the things that we work very hard towards to make sure things go smooth, and we vet projects to make sure they are trustworthy, and then they agreed with the identity, verify before
Wow.
they can use the site to make sure our server doesn't get, our user doesn't get problems later. Yeah.
Also, you appear to be a lot less complicated and convoluted. Some of these crowdfunding sites I see, I mean, they get a manual that's big as a government, IRS document or something that you have to figure out. And everything on your site is very easy to understand. It's well
Yeah.
designed. Yeah.
We spend a lot of time to sort of simplify the process and make sure it's easy enough for people to
Uh-huh.
understand. And so that's kind of, because, as a new concept, sometimes it's kind of
Right.
difficult to get a grip of what it is exactly. So that's what we, kind of trying to make it happen. Yeah.
And what's neat about your site, it's really, you could use it for anything, right? I mean, whether it's business or your community, you want a new sidewalk or anything. And do people use it much for like just, financial problems they may have, paying a health bill, things like that too?
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of projects using it as a personal direction. So
Yeah.
quite often, with medical bills and with the tuition fees, let's say, I want to go
Wow.
study somewhere, and then I need,
Uh-huh.
some tuition fees. And sometimes a friend gets robbed in their house, so a few
I
other
see.
people help them to, get rebuilt. Yeah.
And you have a very high success rate. It looks like almost 60% of the people who put on a program make their goal.
Yes, we do. Yeah, that's something that we're really proud of. We have the highest success rate among all platforms, pretty much,
Really? That's
major
what I thought. I
platforms.
never saw anybody this high before. So again,
Yeah.
I got to go 7,000 miles away from home to figure out how this stuff really works or should work for everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And why
One of
why do you think that is true with you guys?
one of the reasons I believe is that we tend to work very closely with the project creator. So that's one of
Ah,
the things.
I
Yeah.
see.
Number one reason for crowdfunding campaigns to fail, didn't reach the target, is most of them don't really know how to work. So they start learning when they launch the campaign. So
Right,
that
right.
kind of a bit late. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So
So
we try
you
to
hold
educate the
hands
project
more.
creator.
I'm sorry. So you holding hands of the people more than other people, I guess. So that's what beginners need. You mean you feel?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
And
because
they
most of the time they'll be doing their first crowdfunding campaign they
right,
ever done. So, like anything else, you're gonna learn how to
right.
work to make sure it's
First
easier,
time
right?
up bat, you don't hit a home run, do you?
Abs
You got to learn how to swing it. Yeah. And I don't know if people realize, but over your left shoulder is a beautiful work of art. That's your artwork, huh?
yeah, it is actually.
Yeah,
So
look at that deer or reindeer. What is it? Is that what you call it in Australia, or do they have another word for that?
I just
Right. Oh dear. So you're really an artist and a computer designer, and just out of school, and you had this idea, and pow, you got like what is it like, $40 million worth of stuff went through your website already.
yeah. It's been a great sort of ride actually. I don't see this thing as anything different to be honest. I guess I'm educated in school to build websites pretty much. So it's
Uh-huh.
kind of just what I do. So
You don't think it's special, man. So you have 10,000 people, sites. So that means you have 6,000 people who got money from your website to do something that was from their heart. They always wanted to do. So you're giving Christmas to 6,000 people already. They never knew they could do something until they found your website and rocked the money. 6,000 people. Where else? I mean, you just don't build a website. You're affecting 6,000 people. The White House couldn't do that today.
yeah, I agree. Definitely. It's been very enjoyable sort of process to work with people to help them out with whatever they do, and then you get that sense of satisfaction yourself as well. So it's a great thing to do. Yeah, absolutely.
Boy, I mean, to have that one-on-one almost feeling of helping somebody, nothing better than that. I mean, and giving Christmas presents to people, 6,000. I mean, the most selfish thing in the world to me is giving. So here you are, giving 10,000 people, a chance to get Christmas presents, and you do it 60% of the time. I mean. Wow! Never die. You hear that, Rick? Never die. Keep doing this. We got a lot of people left for you to make happy. That's terrific. So you just log on the site. How long does it usually take, you think? What can we tell people the kind of time invested to just get it up and running, not to market it or anything, just to.
Yep, just to set up the campaign is relatively easy. I would say if you're computer savvy, let's say, it'll probably take you a day to set it all up.
How much?
A day.
A day. And so if it's 2 days, where else are you going to get, a day and a half work or something like that to get $5,000, $10,000, $30,000, man. There's nowhere else in the world you can do that. That's why this is so neat what you do, and I think the opportunity is. Now, how is this tax-wise? I mean, the person raised the money on that. Do they pay taxes, or is it you pay the taxes?
Normally speaking, I think it's different from people to people. But normally speaking, if you're selling something, which is highly the case that on crowdfunding platforms, that this income might be a taxable income, and so you're gonna have to claim pay tax on that. But again, you could claim a lot of things back.
Right.
So it's actually, it's probably easier to really talk to an accountant.
Right, exactly. But I mean that's what I always think having a business is the best tax advantage everywhere, because you use your car for business, so you're writing off part of that. You're using your house a little bit for business, you're writing off part of that. So yeah, so the goal, most small businessmen don't pay taxes, but they live very well. And that's the key. Well, you're a delight, Rick. Thank you so much for being there, and nice to talk to you down there. And you got spring, and we got fall, and the leaves are all brown now here, and you're going to be surfing out on the beach soon.
Well, come down to Australia. We're very welcome.
I will. I got to get my butt down there. I've never been. I would love to. And find you, it's Pozible, Pozible.com. And you see Rick's work of art. And he probably has that reindeer on his website somewhere you could see too, right? Thank you so much, Rick. Take care down under there.
Thank you, Matthew. Good to talk to you.